And somehow, when I read all the major religions, whether it is Judaism, in the book of Genesis in the Bible, or the book of Exodus, it is all about love and God's love for man. When I read the Hindu Gita, and I read the dramatization of the great Mahabharata and the Ramayana, and the life of Krishna and that of Rama, it is love that is the word that is spoken at all times. When I read the Muslim Quran, it is love. And when I read the Sermon on the Mount, and I read the words of Christ as recorded in the Bible, it says only 3 things are left. It talks about faith, hope, and love is the greatest of them all. So today here, ladies and gentlemen, we come to celebrate and to acknowledge a personification of love. We come here to ask ourselves whether there is love in our hearts. You know, it is the great Mahatma Gandhi who said, there is no way to love. Love is the way. And today, I'm exhorting all of us to take counsel with ourselves, to ask ourselves whether there is love in our hearts. Because I believe, without fear of contradiction, that if indeed love is in our very hearts, then there is no war. Peace will break out, not war. And I believe that your presence in this country, in this assembly, your selfless desire, your selfless action in finding 54 young Kenyans whose parents, whose mothers and fathers you do not know, and to decide to help them is the greatest testament to your commitment to men. You know, Mama, sometimes I say that man is God's vilest creation and also his most noble creation. Because it is man who makes bombs and nuclear weapons to kill fellow man. Lions don't do that. But yet it is man who in the midst of this still has the milk of human kindness to do that which is great and good. And therefore, when you are present in this assembly, my only prayer is that the love that is in your heart will so overflow that it will overwhelm this assembly. That when we leave here, we shall go out into the world and change it. Irrespective of whether we are Jews, whether we are Christians, or whether we are Hindus or Muslims, the most important thing is that we believe in the divinity of God and His call to us to live by example. And when you live by example as you have, I've had the advantage of reading one of your books, and I've seen the contribution that you made during the tsunami. I've seen the humanitarian action that you've been involved in. I've seen your presence in education. I've read about your presence in health. And I've seen that when history is written, it will be said of you that you served God and served man. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an occasion for making speeches. This is an occasion for reminding ourselves that when we die, whether you are Hindu, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Christian, or whether you are a Jew, I believe that one day God will ask of us, and what did you do? And that is how I understand all the major books. When I read the Bible, I'm told that Jesus asked of his disciples, and what will you be upon death? And when he saw little children, he says, nobody gets into the kingdom of my Father other than they humble themselves like these little ones. Today, as I sat down, I saw young children receiving gifts, believing not that it belonged to them because they have never received gifts. But this is but the beginning. And I believe that this is a new dawn in their lives. Each one of us must help Amma. And if you are Hindu, today I want you to go out and read the Ramayana a little differently. I want you to read the Ramayana and understand the story of Ram and Sita from a different perspective and see love. Today I want you to go and read the Mahabharata and read the conversation between Arjuna and Krishna a little bit differently. Today, I want you to read about Yudhishthir and Duryodhan and ask yourself whether you are Yudhishthir or Duryodhan. Today, I want you Christians who are present in this assembly to go out and read the Bible and ask yourself the story recorded in the book of Matthew, the Beatitudes, when Christ says, "And blessed are the poor, for they shall inherit the kingdom of God." Today, if you are a Jew, I ask you to go out and read the story of Abraham and read the story of Melchizedek, this King of Peace, and ask yourself why he's called the King of Salem. Because human beings are God's representation on earth. I know that all religions believe in avatars of God. I suspect, Mama, that you are such an avatar. So today, as I conclude, I want to tell you that there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. There is no way to worship. Self-sacrifice is the way.